Hello. Welcome to the dungeon tonight. Ooh. Here we are. Minus one person. Mr. Marsland is not feeling well tonight. So it sounds like Dougal isn't either. There is another person missing. What you missed, Dougal, last week is Marsland's dead. He's dead. Again.
Yep. Should stay tuned.
Yep.
You hear me?
Whoa. That was deep and sensual. I
thought you
shut the front door. No, Dougal, he's not dead. He's sick. So
he became one with a certain something else in the hallway.
The part of Marsland will be played by the DM tonight. I will drink or read lots of books and make maps.
And record everything in my book that has endless paper.
Phew, bloomin' heck, panicked then.
He just writes really, really small.
Right.
So, yeah, so that's what's going on there. Welcome again. We have a giveaway we're going to be starting, and we'll start that right as the intro video plays. So, we're going to be giving away a copy of Labyrinthine, which we haven't played in a while, but that doesn't mean we didn't like the game.
I would gladly play that again.
Wow, what was that? Was that Oz again?
I think Helga's having technical difficulties.
I think so.
I'm not sure what's going on right now.
Wow, that's really loud and deep.
Wow. As Marsland would say, stop!
Oh my God, my ears. I hear that all the time from the music. Labyrinthine is it's a Steam key, so you have to have Steam. And
how about now?
Deep, but not as blary. So we'll be giving that away at the end of the session tonight. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Dougal. All right, so to move forward this week. Our beer of the week, which it's too bad Marsland's not here because I would like to hear his comments on this one. From Half-Ass Beer Review, it's the Enhanced Perception Black Milkshake IPA. I've actually had this, and I don't like IPAs at all, and this one was really good. It's, but is it an IPA? I mean, it's more like stout portery, but with tons of hops in it. It's a thing that they're doing now. If you want to see all the delicious reviews on that, check out this YouTube video that I just linked in chat, and you'll get to see that review. Fantastic. He does a great job, and that is a delicious beer. Also, if you did not check out Cuddles Wrestling last night or yesterday for the infamous Easter battle, Jesus versus the Easter Bunny in wrestling, you missed out. It was really good. It was really good. So, yeah, Jesus versus the Easter Bunny. And then this week, won? Well, you got to watch. You got to watch.
Right.
Last year, the Easter Bunny won. This year, you'll have to see. And this week,
a third party entered.
Maybe it happens. This week on B&B, we have they're gonna have a special guest star. Again, Half-Ass Beer Review. They're gonna be talking about Star Wars Celebration and their most recent beer quest to Alma Brewing Company, which that video came out today as well. So, a lot of stuff going on. If you're following the Star Wars Celebration, a couple of us are pretty big Star Wars fans.
I'm stoked about the R2.
The R2?
Yeah, they've actually done a scale R2-D2.
Oh, did they? I didn't even see that.
Yeah. The last one was too small.
The one I'm
For the
stoked
Black
about
series.
is the Ahsoka show. It's basically gonna be a live action Rebels. We're getting a live action Hera and Chopper, and Sabine and Thrawn, live action Thrawn. Finally, that's huge for us Star Wars people.
Do like Thrawn.
It looks really, really good. So it can't be
I
worse
like
than Mando season 3. So
Yeah, his intelligence is just the way he thinks and talks is amazing.
yeah, he's a very smart dude.
Are you talking about the Bo-Katan?
Yeah,
series?
the Book of Bo-Katan. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
because it's being made in the vein of Book of Boba Fett, and the main character. They even said at Star Wars Celebration, at this point, the Mandalorian could be anyway. And if Mike, I gotta say, if you're right, things
I'm
will
telling
get
you,
set
that's
on
the way
fire.
It's looking. Yeah, it's the way it's looking.
So you may have heard it here first, folks. It may not be B&B, but we can do B&B.
I mentioned it on B&B, but because they were talking with the guest, it kind of got pushed to the side. Tone did mention what I said, but I don't think you read it.
He did. But Mike's theory is that Grogu is actually the Mandalorian, and I will burn things.
Oh, no.
The way it is heading, the way the story is heading, that's the way it looks to me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
it'll be Grogu's story into becoming a Mandalorian.
Not happy about this.
I know you're not.
I'll tell you this: if that happens, there will be a Grogu in D&D just so I can watch you all kill him. I will homebrew a Grogu.
Is he gonna have Jedi powers?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. He'll have prestidigitation.
No.
And force jump, which is a spell. That's the only spells he'll have is jump, because that's all he can do. And he won't be able to speak. He'll just have to cast fireball on him. Yeah. So, but this isn't a review show that you would want to catch B&B on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Let me. There we go. For all that information, a lot of stuff came out. Star Wars Celebration, Acolyte should be good as well. Though I have not watched. I think they did a trailer. The exciting thing.
No, that's a good point. How does a 75-year-old creature not know how to speak already?
Right? He's just a jerk. I'm telling you, I can go on for a long time about how horrible Grogu is.
A vow of silence.
The other thing we're excited about, me and Gwenton at least, is Visions season 2 comes out May the 4th. If you haven't watched the first season of Visions on Disney Plus, it's so good. So if you don't know the premise, if you don't know the premise, they take 9 different anime studios. They say, make something Star Wars. It's not canon. It's just Star Wars. It's so good. And they're all very, very different. So you may not like one or two of them. But there are some that you'll be like, man, it's the only thing I think I've ever watched on a streaming service like that's in that vein that I've watched twice back to back. It was so good. So the season 2 of that's coming out, and I can already tell there's going to be one I do not like, and it's going to be the one that the art style is like Wallace and Gromit. It's that claymation art style. I don't know why they picked that studio. I hope it like, I didn't think I'd like, and those that have watched Visions 1, Gwenton can comment, and Mike, I liked the band one. I think it was like the second or third one way more than I should have, where they played for Jabba.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that one. The rabbit one was good too, though. Like there were and the first one, I mean, come on, Kurosawa.
Oh God, yeah, that was such a good one.
Dude, it was when that Funko came out in Target.
Yeah.
With him and the droid, I had to get it. I was like, it just was it was something you had to see.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched Visions, I mean, they're only like 20-minute episodes, if that. They're fairly.
I have to go rewatch it now.
Yeah, they're good. So that comes out May the 4th. So I'm pretty stoked. Because Kathleen Kinley's not involved in those, so they're good. Anyways, I tell you,
Hold on. Are those preludes, or are they going to advance the story?
They are neither.
They are standalone stories.
This is acceptable.
They do not house any lore character in it, really.
Perfect.
Like
nothing to the story. There's fun little blips.
Yep, they are really fun. the twins one was out of this world. Like, it was so over the top. Like in space fighting with crystals and stuff.
I think that was like the most animated fight of the first season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was good. Anyways, you all that came by, you didn't come by to listen to us talk about Star Wars. We're just a little stoked. They're gonna be talking about that. You came by to watch us play some D&D. Before we get started on that, again, thanks Sunset Gaming Live for the follow and Dice Dragons Guild for the follow. We appreciate you all stopping by and just giving us a little click. Hopefully you come by to watch some. And to those that are here, shout out to my Phantom Havoc people on the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes mobile game. Yeah, we like you. Go Phantom Havoc.
Yeah.
We're good. We're very good. But without further ado, I'm going to start our giveaway for the Labyrinthine game, and here's our intro video.
And in my
Here we are.
I should have been on here earlier so I could test it out.
You should have.
I just got here at the hotel.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get our music going here. Last week, you all decided, this is a bit more ominous than there we go. Last week, the party explored further into the crypt and discovered some concerning facts about what they believe one of the district managers is doing here. Upon finding a room with a couple pools of liquid, Oz reaches up and grabs a switch on the wall, revealing a separate hallway. Moving down the hallway, they triggered a trap where 3 gelatinous cubes came down and pinning them in, almost claiming some lives. Oz rages, and again, it's dumb, stupid luck. He is now Helga again. Vanquishing the gelatinous cubes, the party stands in the hallway as the sounds of combat have ended. What would you like to do?
I'll walk back.
Everyone, all right.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I really thought I could have disarmed it. I won't do that again. I apologize.
Mistakes happen, and they just learn to. It's safer to try to not set off a trap, just jumping over it or possibly something.
Definitely. That was crazy, man. They boxed us in like that. Just glad everybody's okay.
We should be using more caution going further in.
Does anybody need any heals? Everybody okay? I can help.
I have plenty of healing kit items I can use to help people as well.
Okay.
I don't think I was scratched. Nope, I look fine.
You're not licking any oil.
Oz, you've turned back to Helga.
Oh my gosh. He's hanging out.
Oh,
Excuse me. I do need to take a moment and readjust this shirt.
Oz, I do believe you need to cover yourself. And Marsden puts his hands over his eyes.
Yes, I will certainly do so. And I'll grab out the noble's clothes that I grabbed out of Ressus's house when we were exploring and put them back on.
As he peeks through his fingers for a bit, I will draw this as a picture. And he just starts drawing.
Mental image.
I would prefer if you didn't. And these stretch marks are killing me.
That's why you can't be sick, James.
Gonna have some nasty pictures.
All right. I gotta. Been so long.
King Cuddles redeemed gift of the gods.
Everyone feels one more gold in their pocket.
Woo!
When you
I am going.
when you
go
lift
ahead.
it up and look at it, you see a bear with a crown on his head on one side. Must be from a different land.
I am going to use a heal kit.
Okay.
As soon as I get to where I need to go here. Real quick, that's a 20, right? D20.
Yep, for the skill.
No.
Well, you're just sitting there right
Yeah.
now. You're not in
Yeah.
combat, so you can just use it.
Well,
so.
technically it is. It's a 10. I
Okay.
just looked at the rules for that the other day because I figured we were doing it. I thought we were doing it wrong. Yes, out of combat,
Still got to be a 10.
a
Yep.
10 on a D20.
All right, and I failed.
Marsden, how are you feeling? You're in that cube for a little while.
I feel less together. I believe I burnt my robe.
Your robe is easy to replace.
And he casts mending on his robe.
So can I roll again for a heal kit?
It needs to wait a bit. Right now you look over and you see Jade, and he, much like a cat with a ball of yarn, there's like bandages wrapped around his head and kind of draping down over top of him.
This is not working. And I just kind of look at Quentin.
Say,
Could you help me out?
I can help you out. Give me your kit, and can I use his kit to do one on him?
Okay,
And I'll just shove it over there.
go ahead and roll up your medicine check.
One, please.
It should be good.
I would hope.
I got a 2.
You're as bad as I am.
The die did not freaking roll.
I just
Let me switch dice again. That's the new
the new
Thumber
ones.
patch dice or whatever the hell they're called.
Thimber.
It literally went
Thumber
ting.
chud. Okay, so you're not helping. Like you see Gwenton
I
and
am
Jade,
useless.
and Marsland looks down at you and Gwenton. I don't believe that is how that works.
You'd think I would know how to do stuff better than
It
Claire,
is
right?
not.
So I'm like rolling stuff back, rolling the bandages back up, and putting everything back. Well, I guess I'll just have to wait.
Go ahead and try again at this point.
Oh
But you
my
have burned
gosh.
two uses of the kit. though.
Is it an advantage now if I'm trying to help him still?
I'll give advantage if you're helping him. Yes.
Yes. Oh, never mind. I don't need it. I got it.
Fair
All
enough.
right. All right. Let's see here. So I could literally go to the short rest, right, and just click those.
Yep.
Have
You can only use up to half, so you're level 5, so you can use 3.
Thank you. 30. Oh, I'll try 2 right off the bat.
Okay. All right, so that's
Son
10.
of a biscuit eater. Gosh, I'll use 1 more. I'm changing dice. That's it. All right. All right, guys. I feel much better. That
Well, I'm
cube
glad you're
was.
feeling better.
That cube
If
sucked.
everyone's okay, shall we proceed?
Yes, let's do that.
But which way shall we proceed, Quentin?
Well, we were heading this way. I mean, we've already triggered the trap, so
Yeah, let's go this way. This is the way we were heading. And I'll walk north,
Okay.
looking for traps and whatnot.
Give me a perception check.
what guidance?
I hope not. Yep, I need guidance. What's that? A D?
Roll D4.
Gosh, dang. 16.
Okay. You feel like you're doing a good job at looking for traps. You come to a corner that turns to the west. What would you like to do?
I will go up a little bit.
Okay. You see the hallway turns and then heads back south.
I'll go to the corner. Look around.
All right. You see what looks to be a darker room lit by a soft purple light. That's what you see right now.
There's a different color coming, guys, from the room. Let's just be careful.
Is it the same color purple that we saw in the previous room?
In the hallway, yeah. No different than the previous room. These mushrooms seem to be giving off a light.
Oh, okay.
I'll go 20 feet.
Okay.
Open up the room.
Another pool.
Okay. Looking at the pool of water, on the north and south ends of the room are large pools. Wait, wrong one.
What's it? East and
That was
west.
the previous room.
That was the previous room. I should name them better. Mushrooms illuminate the hallway. That's why I never said that.
There's just multiple maces in here.
You see a large
mace.
You see a large pool of water that lies dormant with a faint dripping sound in the distance. You see, far on the other side of the room, a lever built into the wall, next to a pile of mushrooms. That's what you see.
Well,
does this water look like the acid from the other rooms?
It's hard to tell with the lighting.
Oz, do you mind using your javelin again?
go ahead and bring out one of the javelins, the one with the shorter haft,
Okay, yeah.
and then I'll come over there and I'll stick it in the water.
Bloop. Nothing happens.
I'll touch the end of the staff again.
It's wet. Your staff is wet.
I believe we are fine to traverse this water.
I'll walk up to the edge of the water.
Okay, you are. You're right on the edge now.
Oh, okay. Oz, do you think you could do that little thing you do where you disappear and reappear? Pull that lever?
Or I could step in the water, and I'll take a step in the water.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You splash down. The water itself is about chest high to you.
What color are your clothes?
Brown, you dirty, dirty man, you.
That is gold.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Now get in this water.
If it's up, you said it's up to his
It's up.
waist?
It's up to his chest.
Up to. I'm not getting in there. Do you see what I'm wearing? I'm gonna drown like a rat.
It definitely would be above your head.
For sure.
Why don't we just let Oz take care of this, since he's really tall?
Yep, well, I'll investigate the room.
Okay.
All I see
Well,
is
I'll go with him.
Okay. All right.
Do you see anything else? All I see is that blasted lever.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes open for anything.
Okay. Oz, since you were the first in, where do you want to go?
Well, if all we see in here is a pool of water and a lever.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the lever.
Okay. Stepping forward, you feel something shift under your feet.
Hold.
And you hear
Something's happening.
a slight sound before an immediate jolt. And Bishop, you feel it too. 1 second. Dun, dun, dun.
Roll for initiative.
The Kraken.
That's not great. You both take 1 point of lightning damage.
Ouch.
That's
Been
not just
shocked.
recharge. Bishop.
That wasn't me.
What was it, you, Bishop?
There was a surge of energy.
All right, I'm gonna increase my pace and get to the other side of the water.
Okay. You're just moving through till you get to land?
Yep.
Okay.
Seems fine, other than that little jolt. Don't step there. And then I'll
You
point
both-
where I was.
Take a combined 9 points of lightning damage as each step that Oz is taking is just electrocuting through the water. And he...
Don't step there either. Ow!
Okay.
Or there. Ow!
If I'm noticing this while he's walking, I'm getting out of the water.
Okay, so you take 4, and we'll say you climb out of the water.
I
just
don't
for giggles,
know.
give me an intelligence check, Bishop. Should be fine. It's digital dice.
Yeah. Come on.
Sometime. That's fair. Okay. Yeah,
Digital
you get out of the
dice.
water. The DC was 5, so... All right. Helga, you're on the other side, and you look back and you see Bishop crawling out of the pool.
Sissy!
Whatever you were doing was causing a disturbance.
Hey. Well, I'm here, and there's a lever, but here's a mushroom. I'm going to pick up the mushroom.
Okay.
I'll sniff it.
I wouldn't mess with things we don't understand down here.
Don't do it, Oz.
It smells like a fungus. It glows in your hand.
It's a mushroom. Who needs a torch when we have a mushroom? And then,
Some mushrooms can kill you.
well, I'm not planning on eating it. And I'll stick it on the end of my unlit torch.
Okay. All right. So you have a lightly glowing blue mushroom on the end of your torch.
See, now I'm thinking. You didn't think to do that, did you? Now I'm going to pull the lever.
I didn't need to.
Kronk, pull the lever! All right. You walk over, grab a hold of the lever, and I'm visually, correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of put your hand on it and turn and look at everybody and then just pull it down while you're staring at them. Just
mushroom stick on one hand, lever in the other, staring at them with confidence.
As you pull it down, you hear all right.
That sounded important. Now,
Whoa.
if you could, please stand back.
Why? Oh. I just see him staring at me. I'll step back. He's got that ugly look on him.
I've got it. Can you center me back on my person? I accidentally zoomed like way off on there. No, I mean, can I do it on? Oh, thank you. Okay, I figured you could. All right, I'm going to. I don't want to call. I want a starlight step. To right where Jade was.
Okay. Foom. Foom.
Don't step in that water.
Yeah.
You have one more use of that? Or two?
I have two more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm keeping it marked.
Okay, great.
Did you guys hear where that was coming from?
Oz, why did you pull another lever? We've told you can't just pull every lever that you find.
We could stare at the lever.
I might like to draw it in my book. It might have a nice looking picture.
Good. Why don't you go and draw the lever from here? Or, better yet, stand closer, but watch your step.
No, I believe I'll be just fine.
Good. Well, let me give you a hint. It's a lever. Like
Yes.
any other lever.
As we move, could you tell me the intricacies of this lever?
Yes. It's a
Was there
stick.
any markings on it? Any words or pictures or...
Why don't you draw this mushroom and I'll hand him the stick?
Oh, this will go good with the image I drew of you earlier.
I am just saying,
What did you draw
One
of me
trap.
earlier?
one trap has already been set off. We don't know what these levers are doing. There should be some discussion before just pulling on things.
Am I mistaken here that this is a mausoleum where you bury bodies? Why would there be a trap?
You were just in the hallway with us. You did realize a trap was set off, correct?
Fair point, I guess.
Sometimes traps are meant to deter burglar, grave robbing, things like that.
Well, I wouldn't put it past Caldera. She is up to no good, as far as we can determine.
Well, it seems this mausoleum belongs to the Shadowsparks, and we already know that they were not the nicest people.
Why can't a lever just be a lever? And why can't a crypt just be a crypt?
You act like this is just some tabletop game.
Dead.
But did you hear where that noise came from when you pulled the lever? Did anybody hear where it came from?
Behind the wall.
And I just kind of look around. Yeah, there's a lot of walls here.
Behind the wall where the lever was at.
Oh.
I suggest we continue moving.
Then why did you come back here?
What?
Well, if it's over the lever, the wall, then why did you come back over here?
Oh, Jade. Jade. I'm going to check behind the wall.
What?
No, I'm going to check behind. I can't move. I'm going to move up and around to where I believe the back of the wall is at.
Okay, hold on. All right. There you go. Now you can move.
Oh, you meant like back where we came from.
Yes, behind the wall.
Oh.
Okay, so Helga goes down the hallway.
I'll just follow her.
Okay. Rest of you?
Think we should go with them, keep them out of trouble.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any keeping them out of trouble.
Trouble for everybody. Oh, you missed him. There you go.
Now, if we take another right here, then that's where the lever was at. So we should see something.
You see nothing. You see a hall.
This crypt doesn't make any sense.
Well, it is possible this wasn't always a crypt. It did sound like the hallway we found the other room in was broken down, like they didn't know it was there.
And honestly, the first lever you pulled, the wall was on the other side of the tomb.
It was that hole right there that opened it up, so
Maybe we should continue moving south.
But how are they connected? This is very confusing.
Then don't think about it.
Fine.
That's Marsland's job. So should we go south?
I think we should follow this hallway since we've already been this way, and I'll look where I'm pointing down. Yep.
Okay. You move further south down the hallway. One second. All right. You continue and
Bishop, you're so big. How am I supposed to get around you? Hurry up.
you see the hallway turns to the west.
I'll continue down.
Okay. It continues down. As they leave you behind. And you see.
Hold on, I'm adjusting my. Ow! This does not sit well.
And you see that the hallway now turns to the north.
I'll just look around the corner, see if I see anything.
Okay. you see that it goes up and it heads to the east.
Yeah, I'll
Just
go up
keep walking.
keep going.
All right.
The door icon here.
Approach. Yeah. That's not supposed to be visible, but it's a door.
Wait,
Yeah.
did I pass the perception work?
Yeah. It is a door. Approaching
Doesn't have hinges.
two large steel doors. You can see a sign above them. Reading the sign, it says Vault Storage. Below it, you see a large steel lock and chain keeping the doors closed.
Huh. Is anybody able to
What is it that you see?
see a door with a lock?
Unlock it.
I don't believe we are supposed to be in here. This is obviously someone else's things, and I don't believe we should be taking them.
Unfortunately, I don't think they knew about this tunnel. The
Yes.
Academy might find what's in here interesting.
Make a persuasion check. Dang it, James.
I also want to bring up that he did take a mace out of an orb. So he's already taken something from here.
I did not take it. I merely pushed it, and you took it. It's all from a certain point of view.
That's a 19.
Have you unlocked the lock yet?
You...
Patience.
You got any Mountain Dew? You do make a fair point. There might be things that the Academy might find here. I just feel a bit wrong because one day when I am buried with my book and all my maps, I don't think I would want a group of strangers rummaging through my things.
Well, we'll just bury you where nobody will find you.
I forgot. I think, didn't he say that he could detect magic without casting a spell?
Yeah, he can do it as a ritual.
Well, he can do it as a ritual, and I would say it's still going. You guys haven't stopped for any kind of short rest. It's not.
I will try to pick the lock.
Let me see how long that lasts.
It's only like 10 minutes.
Oh, is
Maybe
it?
It's an hour.
I thought it was an hour.
His was different because he doesn't cast it.
No, he does.
Does he? I thought he said he had a.
It's a ritual. So
it is.
Said it wasn't 10 minutes.
It is only 10 minutes. Yep.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. He said he didn't have to, as a ritual, he didn't have to cast it, or he'd have to spend 10 minutes to cast it. And I thought he said he had.
Yeah, he doesn't have to spend 10 minutes to cast it because of one of his abilities for the ritual spells, so he can cast it. Yeah.
Before I try to open it, can we see if it is magically sealed?
Oh, he's already used it.
That would be a no.
I mean, we could wait 10 minutes for him to cast it.
What are you guys looking for?
We want to make sure this lock isn't magically trapped or something.
You know, I can look too.
No, you cannot.
I mean, you do keep pulling all the levers. And we didn't go back to the tomb to see if it finally opened the tomb.
But really, I have a keen eye for seeing if something's magical.
We are trying to keep our presence unknown. Smashing a lock would not do that.
I promise I won't touch the lock.
You won't touch the lock, then you can do it.
Thank you. Okay. I'm going to open up my awareness to the presence of concentrated magic so that I may know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet.
Huh?
Magical awareness. It's an astral elf ability.
Okay. Hold on.
When I sense the spell, I can learn which school of magic it belongs to.
When you sense the spell.
When I sense the spell.
Now roll to sense a spell.
I just gotta
Wrong.
see how they write that. I don't see that.
It's under my actions in my character sheet.
All right, hold on. Yeah, because I'm looking at the racial abilities. It's not there.
Is it a wild magic thing? Hold on. Now I gotta look too. I don't know its origin. It just says magical awareness. I assume that was an elf thing. Hold on.
Let's see. Oh, there it is.
Mhm.
As an action. Okay. You don't sense anything magic?
Looks like a lock. Can I break it now?
No. If you have a problem with our discussions, we can settle this later.
I'm just asking a question. I mean,
I
fine.
just told you. I will try to pick it.
I'll give you guidance on that.
So
Yeah.
I am proficient with it, so it's a d20 plus my proficiency.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You see Bishop.
So technically a 21.
Okay. So, see Bishop fumbling around with the lock before you hear click, and it opens up. I still am not comfortable with this.
Your concerns have been noted.
Thank you. Thank you, Bishop. That means a lot to me.
I open it up.
Okay. Looking inside the small room, you see that it's glowing green. You see a rug laid across the middle of the floor, and each corner of the room is a gargoyle statue with eyes glowing a green light, illuminating the small room. 6 chests lay out along the wall, and along the far wall is a lever placed into it.
Don't pull it immediately. Oz.
Aye.
Are you stepping inside?
I am not very intelligent when it comes to the arcane, but I have a feeling this is more than what it seems.
I really don't understand why there's this big dark blob.
Oh,
Well,
no.
good. That makes me feel better. I was like, what's hiding?
What's interesting is on Foundry, there's no blob for me.
Oh,
There
because
it
you
goes.
have dark vision. I needed somebody.
Oh,
I have dark vision.
Yeah, but I don't think we have it on your character. Okay.
Well, I didn't
Well,
have to
this
mention it,
is-
so it was just something there.
This is very interesting.
Marslin, we may have to have you sit for 10 minutes at this point. I do not trust anything in this room right now.
it would not hurt to see whether that could be magical or not.
I don't feel good about this, and I'll just sit down on my haunches and pull my bow out, just keeping an eye. I don't like this.
I'll pull out the halberd and start poking the statues.
Okay.
Careful.
I am being careful.
You poke them. All of you hear kind of a every time he's hitting them. A little bit of like the stone crumbles down onto the floor and kind of echoes in the room. Marsland sits down and begins drawing circles and casts detect magic as a ritual.
Okay. While he's doing that, I want to start looking at the mace that he gave me earlier.
Okay. It's a really nice mace. What do you want to do with it?
I don't have anything to decipher what it is. Yeah, I don't have identify, and Marsland does.
10 minutes goes by while you're looking at it, and Marsland looks back.
What do I notice about the statue that I'm poking?
It's pretty well carved, gargoyle-like. Its eyes are glowing green, but it's more like there's not anything emanating it. They just glow.
During the 10 minutes, I want to do just like an investigation of the room, like look at under the carpet, stuff like that.
Okay, there's nothing under the carpet. You take a look at the statues. Everything seems normal.
Now, if you said that this place may be trapped, I think there's a trap here.
What do you do with the mace, Quentin? I didn't catch that earlier.
I mean, I was just basically trying to. I didn't have identify magic or anything, so I can't like do anything with that. And it takes what, like an hour to attune to something.
Mm-hmm.
It was an attunable item, so I don't have time to do that. So I guess for now, it's just going back in the bag.
Just your backpack?
Yeah.
Okay. Marsland stands up. Outside of the eyes of these gargoyle-like creatures, which are quite fascinating, I don't see anything magic that would be cause of concern.
Well, shall we carefully try to open these chests?
What about the lever?
Why don't we look at the chests before we pull on the lever? And I'll go up to the top one, right above me, and see if it's locked.
Okay.
Right.
Quentin, what are you doing?
I'll check the one below me.
Okay. Jade, what are you doing?
I'm going to go down to the bottom middle.
Okay. Marsland, what are you doing? We'll see if he answers. A 20-second delay. Oz, what are you doing?
I'm going to go over there and stand by the lever and not touch it.
The shiny candy-like button.
There.
I'm ready to pull the lever when you say so.
We'll give Marsland a second to see if he responds. I don't see him typing, so I think Marsland will go and check one out as well. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I'm really good.
Or he might go check the eyes out that are glittering.
Yeah, we'll say he does that. Okay. Bishop, you grab hold of the chest and kind of look at it, shaking it. You see it doesn't have a lock on it or anything.
I will slowly open it.
Okay. As you push it open, you look down inside, you feel your hand moving inside of the wood.
Uh-oh. No!
Roll for initiative.
Oh, mimics.
Mimics!
Let me... Dun, dun, dun.
Can I pull the lever now?
I think I had that one before. Let's do this one. Give me a second before you get going.
Oh, sorry, shouldn't roll again?
Oh, no, you can roll. You can go ahead and roll. It records
All right.
it.
I'll roll again if you want.
I don't think I was fast enough. I'm rolling again.
I need to roll for Marsland. Forgot.
Who puts mimics
In a dungeon.
Figured that dude's got to be starving.
Oh, nice effect.
Let's see here.
Did that mimic just grow? Oh wait, did that treasure chest just grow? I don't know what's a mimic.
Bishop. Oh, wait, hold on. No, Gwenton. You are first. Gwenton, as you hear a commotion behind you.
This one's a mimic too. They're all mimics.
All right. What do you want to do? You just hear the tongue kind of slurp out like.
Okay. I will cast Dumar's Grace, and then I'm going to attack it with the mace.
Okay.
That's the hand axe of the mace. The 13 hit.
It does.
Yay. Hit for 6.
All right.
And then hey, I actually need to read the spell because it never works for me. Yeah. And then Marsden will heal for 4 points of damage.
Thank you. I did not expect. What is that?
This is the treasure chest. It's a mimic. I know what mimics are. Hope I don't know what mimics are. And that'll be it.
All right. So you hear the mace, Quentin's mace, slam into the mimic with a big sploosh, and after that, you just hear this tinkling energy. Zoom, zoom. Who's next? Bishop.
I will attack the one that is latched onto my arm.
Okay.
First hit at 15. Second attack is a 13.
Okay, both hit.
For a total of 19.
All right. As you wail away at the mimic creature, it cries out in pain as it tries to snap at you. Oz, you are up.
Albert is out because I was poking a statue.
Hold on.
No, don't you dare. I did not mean to step on. No, I didn't mean to step on that.
As you walk by, you hear a slurping sound.
I have a reaction for that. Other creatures provoke opportunity. They enter your reach. Well, crap. It entered my reach because it was non-existent. Still barreling forward. Beep. Beep.
Okay. Hold on. It gets an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
That was a 19.
Okay, that hits.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right, and with that, I'll rage.
Okay.
Stand back.
Roll a d20.
There.
Bigger boobs, bigger boobs.
3.
Okay. These Thimberchud dice hit hard. Like they're solid.
They are. But do yours actually roll? Because mine are just like thud.
Yeah, mine definitely
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, that's why it's just switched out too.
My DDB is running super slow.
Restart. You have to restart your PC.
I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah.
All right.
No combat.
As you scream out, wrong! You see, what do you have in your hand? Your axes, your halberd?
No, it's the halberd.
Okay. The halberd bursts into like a bluish white aura, and ice begins etching down the blade, and it starts at your hands, and like just like frost covers the shaft down to the metal, and you gain an additional 1d4 cold damage on any attack.
Yep.
And any creature damaged by the cold damage has reduced movement by 10 feet.
Yep.
It's getting cold in here.
Finally something positive.
All right. Can I finish my movement? Or am I restrained in any way?
You sure can.
Son of a... Okay. All right. Bishop, they're everywhere. And then I'm gonna take a stab at the... oh, wait, that's 10-foot reach. Is that 10 feet?
No,
Yep.
No? Fine.
because of the diagonal nature of things.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
that's ridiculous.
Stab.
What? He's 2 feet. Like he's over and up.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair.
He's got a long pole.
I do have a long pole, and I'm going to stab it. Bishop, this is how you open a chest. And you stab it with the halberd. Okay.
I mean, we can draw him a circle. Let's do the fairway because this is an instructional.
It's
no,
it's fine.
No, it's fine. Fine.
I get movement being that way, but it's like
I could be wrong. Is it 10 feet in any direction?
So, it just says 10 feet reach.
Okay. From here? Yeah. It would just be the green squares.
Okay. All right. Okay. 13 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And roll damage. Boop. Okay. 14 damage.
All right.
Who's max damage? Okay. And second attack.
Natural one.
Not big. 17. That's a hit. And go 12 points of damage.
All right. Plus 1d4 on both of those attacks for the cold damage.
Yeah, that's my one. Next time I don't get to find it. 4. I like these new guns. They're nice. And 3.
Everyone switch to Thimberchud dice.
They're pretty cool looking.
Nope.
All right. You see Helga like just begin sprinting from the other side of the room, gets hit by this appendage from one of the chests, kind of staggers forward and gets angry about getting hit, leaps up into the air, jams the halberd down, rips it out. You see frost particles etch over the top of the mimic.
Well, that's new. Do that, Bishop. And then that's the end of my turn.
Jade, you are up.
So I'm going to look around and just in awe, finding of all these here. I'm going to hit the one that's attacked Bishop.
Okay.
I'm going to go for it, and it is 17 to hit.
Okay.
and 19 to hit
Okay.
for 6 points of damage and 9 points of damage.
Okay. Jade quickly knocks 2 arrows, and thunk, thunk. And you hear again the mimic cry out, and it stops moving.
Moving as in dead?
Yes.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Marslin, you're up. Okay, he didn't say anything. He gave up his turn.
Wow.
He's
Man,
not
way to hit a man when it's down.
for
Dude,
real.
no doubt.
I'm just trying to play the proper Marslin here. He's going to cast Witch Bolt on the mimic on the far side of the room. And that does hit. Dealing 6 points of damage. All right, and hold on here. Oh, come on. I don't remember where a lot of this stuff is. It has been so long since I've done some of this stuff.
Want me to take over, Marcel?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I was just going to put a spell effect there, but I don't think I have that thing anymore. Let me just check here real quick. Nope. I'm going to have to update some of my mods because they're just not there anymore. All right. So you see one of the mimics is just kind of glowing with this energy, and like a lightning is arcing out to Marslin, and he's just kind of holding it with his hand, moving it over the top of the room. Let's go to... All right, that one's dead. Next one. All right. This one's going to attack Oz. We'll just get what you get. 13. That doesn't hit, I don't think.
What is it? Beats it or beats it? No, I'm at 14. Never mind.
Okay. So that one misses. Stop it.
Now, which one is this? You said one was down, but is that the one that's in front of Bishop?
This one is northeast of you. The one in front of... yeah, I got to...
Murder.
Where is... Hold on. There it is. There. Dead. All right.
There we go.
All right, that's an opportunity attack.
This one is going to bite at Jane.
I'd like to use a reaction as it walked into range.
Huh?
Yep. Opportunity attack, polearm master.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get to take an opportunity attack when it enters my reach.
Okay.
That is boom. Say 16 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
And 8 plus. It's 11 points of damage.
Okay. As it moves forward, you thrust down, it just kind of runs into it, shakes its head. Jade. That's a miss. The other one's going to attack Gwenton. Gwenton
18.
does not hit. And then Jade again. That hits. Jade, you take 10 points of piercing damage plus 8 points of acid damage. As the room begins swarming around you. Gwenton, you are up.
Swing.
That will
Dirty
hit.
19. The one in front of me takes 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then... sorry, ignore that. Ignore that. Wrong spell.
That's a lot of healing.
Ignore that. Jade heals for 1 point. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it's one more than you had.
Thanks, buddy.
It's something.
Might I note, this is the first time Dumar's Grace is really effectively worked.
Yeah, right.
Actually, no, it never hit you. You're good. All right.
Yeah.
As
That's it.
as Gwenton slams the mace into the mimic, a piece of it flies out, hits Jade, and you see your wounds heal just slightly. Bishop, you are up.
All right. I'm going to get between Marsland and the Mimic.
Okay. Wait, Marsland and the mimic?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
And I will attack that one.
All right.
First attack.
Oh, natural 20! Man, those digital dice.
Dude, I had to go back to the Vecna ones. The rolling seems to be better than the dice.
The Vecma ones I'm on right now.
Okay. Bruised joints. Maximum damage, and the target must make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on the next melee attack.
Okay.
So that's 13 damage for that first one. My second attack, 18.
That hits.
For another 7.
All right. As you come over and just begin pummeling into it. Okay. Just
I will
reading on
try
some-
to keep it off of you, Marsland.
I appreciate that, Bishop. Oz, you are up.
Excellent. All right, now the one I just got done stabbing when it got into range.
Yep.
I'm going to continue stabbing.
Okay.
So I'm going to wind up and shove my halberd right into its maw, and that is a 22 to hit.
Just
for-
hits.
There. That is for
17.
damage. Yeah.
Okay. And its speed is reduced.
And it's true. And its speed is reduced. Second attack. It's a natural 20.
Dang, guys.
Hey, a dragon just popped up on my thing. Now that one's cool.
Yeah, anytime you get a nat 20 with some of these dice, something cool happens.
Yeah, that was cool.
Double damage.
Ooh.
So double whatever I roll.
What
Yep.
the dice is, then add your modifier.
Double. Okay, so whatever I roll times it by 2, then add the modifier.
Yep.
Got it. Nope. You know what? I'm going to do a straight roll then because that makes more sense to me.
I believe it'll automatically set it to that kind of damage in D&D
But
Beyond.
it's too. Oh, it does actually.
Yeah.
I was trying to negate that, and I shouldn't have. All right. Good.
Yep.
All right. So that's 17 plus.
Oh, did it? I didn't see the roll.
Here I can.
No, I'll just refresh it.
Yeah.
There it is. I see it. All right.
You see it? Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right. So now I'm going to roll a d4 for the extra damage. That's 2 damage. So 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Is it still kicking?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna with that. So it's stab, and I'm gonna take the blunt, the blunt end of the halberd, and I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna jack it right in its maw to try to rip that lid right off.
Okay.
With a bonus action, polearm master. So it's at the opposite end of the weapon uses the same ability modifier as the primary and has a die of. Oh, so did they actually give me an action for that? I thought it was something I could roll. It's not. Oh, there it is. Never mind. There. It was in a weird spot. All right, 26 to hit, and 8. Do I still get the +4?
It's on your weapon, so sure.
Okay. All right. So that is 12 points of damage.
Okay. Still kicking, but it looks bad. It's upset.
Okay. Well, it should be. All right. Again, this is how you open a chest. And then that's the end of my turn.
Jade, you are up.
So I'm just going to close my eyes and squeeze my hands, and I'm going to summon Gunner.
Okay.
And I'm going to put him go north of me 1 slot over to the east 1 slot. Drop him in there in that little corner.
Right there.
I don't
Hold on.
see where you're
You
at.
can't see him because I haven't made him not invisible.
There. Yep. That. Yep. And he's going to attack the one to the west of him.
Okay. Hey, Jade! I thought you forgot about me.
No, I need your help. Make sure you need to help us. And I'm
gonna die again.
I hope not, buddy. Let's see, 1 plus 6 to hit, so we will. Nat 20.
Again.
What weapon are
There,
you using?
there's no need to roll it up.
Yeah, he gone.
All right. That's the end of your turn.
Great job.
Marsland's Witch Bolt ends. So he will. He is going to move down. Let me check. Yeah. He's going to move down and he's going to cast Shocking Grasp. That hits. That's a good one. 13 points of damage. You see, that is how you do it. And you see electricity arcing between him and the mimic. The mimic is going to... Oh, there's 3 of you. Bishop 1, Marsland 2, Gwynton 3, and then 4, 5, 6 accordingly. Marsland. Natural 1. This dice just going to sit here.
Is it lashing with its tongue?
No, it's a bite. Piercing damage.
Okay, well, this says make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you are unable to attack with this body part for 1 minute.
Okay. It failed. So it can't bite anymore. It goes to bite, and its teeth just like form back, and it's like the hinge is stuck. All right. Get here. That chest is going to attack Oz. Misses.
Is this northeast?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the other one will attack Jade. That's a miss. Okay. Gwynton, you're up.
Wing. That's a miss.
That is a miss.
That's it.
All right. Bishop, you're up.
All right. First attack. Hits.
That hits.
Second attack. Hits.
All right.
For a total of...
You need to switch dice back.
Total of 20.
All right. You punch into it and it stops moving, and you keep punching till you feel like your fist punched through and hit stone on the other side. The pieces crack out, and the mimic is no more. Maybe.
All right. I will use my movement to go beneath the one fighting Jade.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Oz, you are up.
All right, one northeast. I'm gonna swing the halberd around, club it in the face.
Okay.
22 for
That hits.
that and that. That is 13 points of damage.
All
Second
right.
attack is that's a 10.
That's a miss.
Yep. And then gonna use bonus action for the when I whiff, I'm gonna come around and try and get and try and adjust and hit it with the butt of the spear. That's 11.
That's a miss as well.
Okay. And that is the end of my turn.
All right. Jade, you are up. We don't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, you're muted, bud.
Either way, that's a miss.
Sorry. Yeah, that was an infused strike
Oh,
from
infused
Jade,
strike.
so that's 6 points of damage.
You didn't roll the d20 to see if it hits.
It's not. There's no D20. It's just a. If you strike with another creature within 30 feet of the Drake and see hits the weapon, the Drake uses reaction for a 1d6 fire damage to the attack's damage.
Oh, that's his reaction to the one that he hit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's your turn.
All right, then I'm going to fire to the one to the north of me.
Okay.
Almost a nat 20. 11.
That does not hit.
It had a 20 and it rolled. 26.
That hits.
Damn it. 5 points of damage.
All right. Your arrow, you hear your arrow hiss as it enters into the mimic.
And then Gunner's going to bite the one south of him.
Okay.
And that's 21.
That'll hit.
Let's see. So 1d6 plus 3. Nine points of damage.
And 1 second. Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Marslin is up. Mm, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Marsden's there. He's going to use Shocking Grasp again. It hits for 14 points of damage. All right.
And then Gunner's going to use his Infused Strike.
Okay.
I thought you said it was a reaction.
He already went, so he's got
He-
another reaction.
Yeah, it happened before his
Okay.
turn. Then he got his
Okay.
turn.
No.
Yep.
I was just making sure.
Yeah. Five points of damage.
All right. All right. This one's going to bite at Gunner. 18.
That hits.
Gunner takes 5 points of piercing damage and 2 points of acid damage.
Okay.
The other one is going to bite at you. That's a miss. Quentin, you're up.
I need to move right there.
Okay.
Attack with the mace. 21.
That'll hit.
6 points of damage. And then Oz is going to heal for 1 point of damage.
That dice is not friendly.
Why aren't all of Vecna dice just the eye instead of just a d20?
I feel so refreshed.
There's
right.
nothing, right?
Bishop, you're up.
All right. First attack.
That hits.
18. Second attack. 27.
That'll hit.
That is going to be for a total of 20 points.
All right. Did you punch into it? All right. Still up.
Okay.
Oz, you are up.
All right, here we go. First attack northeast. And there. Boom. Come, Gwynton. Let's take this beast down. 25.
Let's go! Rally cry!
There. Okay, that's 11. I have been forgetting to add the 2 damage for being in a rage state. All right, so I'm going
Gotta remember to do that.
Nope, that's on me. I saw that and I was like, well, crap. So that's a 13. Okay, it doesn't do it automatically. Which
No,
sucks.
it doesn't.
14 damage for the first hit.
Okay.
Okay. 17.
That hits.
For there. Okay, that's 10 plus. All right, so that is 14 points of damage. And
All
then the butt attack for the bonus action. Boop, boop.
She got big butts.
Okay. There. And that. That's 6, 8, and then this. That is 11 points of damage to.
Okay. You stab into the mimic, and then you flick a piece off as you grab and spin the halberd around, and you just begin smacking the stick into the ground into it, and you almost hear, and then just as you're just beating the stick against the ground.
While I'm doing that, I look over at Quentin. That's how you do it. And I'm going to look up at my sights on the last one in the room. And then I'm going to move towards it, which I can do that myself. Boop.
All right. Jade, you are up.
Alrighty. So I got a question, DM. So, in order for me to use my bow, can I do it while I'm 5 feet from him, or do I have to back up?
No, you absolutely can. You just have disadvantage.
Oh, I'm going to go for it.
All right. Disadvantage.
Because I love my dice. 12. They don't like me.
That does hit, though.
Oh, yes. And my disadvantage again. I will take 21. All right. Love it. 12 points of damage. And 5.
All right. You shoot 2 arrows in, and as they dissolve into it, the mimic forms into a pool, and it is no more. The room grows quiet.
I'm going to run over to Gunner, give him a hug. Hey, buddy.
Jane!
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so sorry it took me a while. Thank you for
We
helping
are
us out.
in the middle of a city.
I don't care. I knew that we needed help. We'll worry about that in a little while.
Helga, you're back!
I guess I'm getting used to you, but man, that feel good. And I'll look at my heft. Is it permanent? Is it a permanent little effect on there, or is it just until the end of my rage?
Just to the end of your rage.
Oh,
Bummer.
I'm just gonna just breathing heavily and looking at Gunner. You're lucky. You're lucky I know you. Whew. Now, anything else? Can I pull the lever now?
I mean, there's one chest in the floor that didn't turn into a mimic, right? It's the one beneath.
Yeah, there's
South of
only
Jade.
5.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll reach down and open it.
Okay.
Before you do that,
Explosion.
And I'll just look at him like, what?
I'm gonna stick my halberd out at the ready to stab.
what? I am not understanding the recklessness going on here today.
Well, it's obviously not a mimic. It didn't turn, right? And I'm like looking around for moral support.
I mean, it could be waiting, or it could have a different trap on it.
Really don't mind stabbing another one.
Don't stab a chest. Okay.
I just
Be
stabbed
at least-
5.
Check it before we willy-nilly open it.
And I'll step back a little bit and I'll be like, after you, Bishop.
So I'm going to look it over.
Okay. Looks like a chest.
Halberd
Can I
is
open
raised,
it? The rest
point
of them
end
look
down,
like a
waiting
chest
for
too.
Bishop, waiting for it to move. I'm ready to stab down.
You see me poke it.
you kind of poke it with your fingers, and the chest kind of rocks slightly. It's
What
a fairly heavy chest for what it is.
what happened to being reckless, Bishop? You're poking it now.
I didn't just open it without
I
looking
feel like
at
the
it.
safest place for me is to be on the other side, away from the rest of you. I want to draw what these creatures look like from memory into my book.
You gonna make a monster manual now too, Marsland?
I had not thought of that, but I think that would be a fantastic idea.
All right, so after doing a thorough investigation of it and then poking it,
Poking it.
I step just over to the side. If you would like to open it now, Jade.
Oh, thanks. He's all excited, curious.
Why?
That's my first chest. And I'll open it.
Boom! It explodes. You take no.
You take 400 points of force.
48, because I have 47 points.
You see a large collection of gold, silver, and copper, as well as 3 vials, a strange amulet, and ring.
See this stuff too.
Yeah.
I suggest we collect this amongst ourselves quickly and let Oz pull the lever.
That is a fantastic idea. And then I'll
Ow.
run over there ready to pull it when they get the go ahead.
I will pick the stuff up gingerly, looking at Bishop as if it's okay, and picking it up.
Okay. You've got an amulet, a ring, what looks to be 2 regular healing potions, because you've seen those before. One is, and the third one is, it's a red liquid, but it's bigger, more volume. You get 423 gold pieces, 367 silver pieces, and 713 copper pieces.
How much was the silver? 300 and what?
367.
Wow. Do you guys want me to just hold on to this, or does somebody need to take this?
I would suggest giving the ring and amulet over to Marsland, since he is the only one that can identify them at some point.
Oh, what a great idea. So I'll go over. Here you go, Marsland.
Wait, thank you. I will take these and we can look at them later.
I suggest the 2 healing potions go to who need them currently.
I will give them to Oz. Would you like one of these? And Quentin, you don't need those, do you?
Right now I'm good, but I will take the bigger one.
Okay, yeah. Here you go, and I'll give that to him. And I'll give Oz the heal potions.
Okay.
That's it. One hand on the lever.
I'll take the money and stuff, and I'll stick it in my. I will divvy this up here in just a little bit, if it's okay with you.
Let's wait to divvy that up until we get back to the house.
Yes.
You can keep the last healing potion as well.
Awesome.
Did you
Thank you.
one healing to Oz, the mystery one to me, and then he gives you the third one?
Yeah, I'll take this.
Okay.
Okay.
Oz?
Pull
No.
the lever, Oz!
I'm all for pulling this lever. However, are two gargoyles staring at me right now. Are you
Now
sure?
you have an issue with pulling the lever?
I just fought treasure chests that fight back. I'm not ruling out gargoyles that might attack me.
I suggest everyone else exit the room. What's people doing?
Did Marsland notice anything with the eyes besides the fact that they do glow magical when he was looking at them?
It is quite an interesting spell, but it's nothing that I'm concerned about.
So you know what spell it was.
It's just a light spell.
Okay.
But that wasn't given to us beforehand.
You didn't ask.
We did not.
It
But
is
if-
important to ask for information. I have plenty.
I think Marsland works in the don't ask, don't tell policy.
Maybe.
And then I'll head out.
Hold on. Okay. Who else is heading out?
Bishop's
I will step out.
All right, Oz. I think we can do this.
All right. On three.
One, two,
2, 3.
three.
We pull it.
He like
Do
leans
hold
up
the-
against
hold
the
the halberd?
he like leans up against the wall with one hand and like puts his paw on the other one and helps you push it down. As you do, Marsland says, "I should tell you that the statues have the ability to spray something." No, he didn't say that.
You son of a.
You hear. Well, that
I
was
think something
uneventful.
happened behind this wall.
Gunners just looks at you. Okay.
One of these levers he's pulled is bound to open up the sarcophagus.
That seems
Maybe
logical.
all of them do.
They're actually polar, so like we just keep opening and closing the sarcophagus.
I'm not
I suggest we
understanding the
continue
words you're
on.
talking about.
Let's come on, Nas. Let's make a move on.
Don't
Gunner,
forget
you too.
me.
Go back out to the main hallway.
Okay, let's see if I can shortcut this.
Holy shit! We just teleported through a wall.
Found a secret door.
Hush. Makes life easier for me.
Yeah.
All right. Let me move you up.
By the way, did anyone see where those cubes came from? Like, I didn't notice any holes in the walls.
They can fit through very small holes. It's like pushing Jello through.
Your teeth.
Yeah, there you go.
You've seen the thing, or not the thing, you've seen the blob, correct? That thing can go through anything.
Well, where to now?
We have been everywhere that has been open to us.
I'm not
Right down the
making
hall
a way
towards the
to.
sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Okay. You look down
back.
there, and the lid of the sarcophagus is open, and the two jackal-like statues' eyes, both sets of eyes, are glowing.
Ay. They like their
Hold on,
statues
Oz.
to have magical eyes.
I
Game
think something's
paused.
happening down there.
Well, let's go look it over.
Killing me.
We shouldn't fear anything. Gunner's here.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should send Gunner in first.
You could just sacrifice me like you always do, Jade.
Oh, cannon.
Dang.
Okay.
You don't mean that, buddy.
You
I'd like to.
do not
Whoa.
belong here. Why have I been awakened from my rest? I designed this place to awaken me when my brothers and sisters rise to take back these lands. Where is Cora? Where is Fame?
And
Okay.
but what?
You're going to have to tell us what those names are again, because
Yep. I figured. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. Before you,
Yay.
materializing from the shadows, you see an undead creature, long stringy hair running down his face, eyes glowing, robes torn asunder. He slowly, his feet set down onto the stone.
You are grave robbers. And I am here, and are here to take what is mine. Are you not?
Well, we weren't here to steal anything. We mostly just came to look around.
The door was
Awesome.
open. We entered.
There wasn't any sign that said we couldn't.
Why would you come into my place of slumber?
it
That
was
your
brought
word
to-
for dead?
Do you have no decorum?
It was brought to our attention that something was unearthed here, and we work for the Academy. It is in our nature to investigate.
The Academy are fools. Where is my brother?
Your brother?
You have summoned me. Why?
That was not our intent.
Please, feel free to go back to bed. Well, we will close the sarcophagus if you want us to.
He breathes in deeply and looks down.
I sense my belongings among you.
Kind of looking around. Anybody got his stuff?
Well, Jade, I do happen to have the
You
ring and the
are
amulet
mistaken.
but I
Shut.
he
Mm.
turns and you can see his head.
Wait, Marjan's head does that?
No, the
Oh.
Oh.
I was like, wait, what?
What?
Oh, what items do you believe are yours?
I just turn around. Run.
Get her.
All right. Roll for initiative again.
I'm just gonna have to take out Marsden's voice box.
I'm trying to give Marsland justice here. I feel like that's what he would have said. Okay. Oh, that's not great. All right. The creature goes first, actually. You see him raise up his hand, kind of, you hear the bones cracking as he pushes his shoulders back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'll just roll a d6 here. One. It's a 5, Jade. That's you.
Yay! I'm dead.
Okay. That's
Just
24. You take 16 points of necrotic damage. And you need to make a strength saving throw.
Is that? Do I roll just the strength? I have a +3 in strength, so that's what I roll, right?
No, your strength saving throw. That's a strength check.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Here's the one coming through.
Okay.
Damn it. 14.
Okay. Shadowy tendrils burst up through the ground and wrap around your legs. You are now restrained, and you can use your action to try to repeat the saving throw.
Now or later?
During your
Next
turn.
turn.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Then Bishop. He's going to make a second attack against you. That's a miss. And Jade, you are up.
And I'm going to try it again to get out of this.
All
23.
right. You break free. You are no longer restrained.
Okay. Alrighty. And then Gunner is going to go up and stand next to Oz.
Okay.
Help protect Oz, Gunner.
All right.
And he'll hold his attack.
All right.
And that's it.
Quentin, you are up.
I'm going to try to switch to the mace that I put in the backpack earlier and try using that as a weapon. So if it takes the entire action for me to get it back out, that's fine.
It does. Let me look and see something first. Okay. Okay. Are you putting your other mace away, or are you just throwing it down?
I'll just drop it for the purpose of this.
Okay. So you drop it, you dig into your backpack, and you pull this mace out. Okay. Next. Bishop, you are up.
All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna run up to him.
All right.
Yep. Unarmed. First attack. 17.
That hits.
Second attack.
That'll
2.
hit.
For a total of 16 damage.
Okay.
I'll use my infused strike.
Okay.
One point of damage, baby.
All right. Bishop, as you punch into him, it feels different. It just doesn't feel like it's doing as much as normal when you fight something.
Mm-hmm.
Marslin. I'll get crazy with Marslin here. What's he got? Let's spin the wheel.
Fireball.
Fireball? Okay. You guys called it?
Uh-huh.
All right. Marslin weaves his hands around, and you see this little steel-looking sphere start moving out from him. Oh, and he misses. Oh, fudge.
Yeah.
It just dissipates in the air as the creature raises a hand, and it just... Oz, you are up.
All right. Halberd in hand.
Okay.
10-foot reach.
Yep.
Attacking. 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. Second attack. 17 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. And that is for... Boop. Wow. That sucks. 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to close the gap.
Okay.
Close the gap. And... all right. Well, can you close the gap for me? It's paused right now.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, there we go.
And then
Sorry.
bonus action to hit it with the butt end of my spear.
Okay.
Boop. That's bludgeoning there for... Oh, hold on. I forgot. I hit the wrong button. My bad. There we are. That is a 24 to hit for 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. And move action, bonus action. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. He just smirks at you as your weapon hits and just doesn't seem to be harming him as much as you would expect.
Most people don't smile when I hit them with this.
All right. He's going to raise a hand and lash out towards you. That hits. You take 19 points of necrotic damage. And he'll attack again. He misses. Jade, you are up.
Going to attack.
All right.
First hit is 24.
Okay.
And second is 27.
Okay.
That'll be 8 points of damage. And 8 points of damage.
All right. You see the arrows pierce through his body, and you can hear him clatter against the wall behind him.
And I will move Gunner up to his on his left, which is be the west side of him.
And he is on a pedestal, so he is up a little bit. Yeah.
Would he still be able to reach him from there?
I would say he'd get probably some disadvantage.
Okay, then let's bring him up. Well, so then where Oz is at and Bishop's at, then he can't actually get up in there then, right?
Not unless he stands on top of the coffin.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. And he is going to bite him.
That does not.
That's not even 6, 8, 9 points. Nope. All right, he's just going to stare at him with his eyeball.
Okay. Quentin, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna say we should back off. I don't know if we're gonna win this, and I'm gonna pick up the mace I dropped. And
Okay.
then I start running.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
I got what, 50, 25. It'll be straight down. So like,
Okay, yeah, just move yourself there.
it's what, 5. Sorry. Oh my God, move! 5, 10, 15.
5.
25.
Okay.
And then would it be considered a bonus action for me to pick up my other mace before I started running?
Free action.
Free action, okay. So then I can dash then?
If you want to.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
Quentin is gone.
Bye!
All right.
Well, I assume that Quentin does know what this is. You know, religious teaching.
Don't ever trust anything with him. Just, you can't freaking... No.
I would say he knows it's undead. At least that much. Bishop, you're up.
Oz, we must leave. There is no winning this. And I will take off.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
I'm heading for the exit.
Okay.
I know there's an opportunity attack.
Yep. I'll go ahead and make that. He misses.
That is 80 feet.
Okay.
I say let's run, and Bishop is...
I said run before it even started.
I mean, you did.
Bishop's like,
Thanks, man.
Bishop just noped right out of there. All right.
Short legs.
Oz, you just see Bishop like, I'm out. Marsland said, wait, what? Oh, okay. And he's going to turn.
Everybody's just running past Quentin. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Oz, you are up.
All right. I'm going to look back, and everyone's gone. So I'm going to Starlight Step
Okay.
30 feet behind me.
Oh. All right.
Can I do that? Do I,
yeah,
do I
you
control
should be able to do that. Yeah.
All right, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I'm going to use my action so that I can dash. So it's 60 feet.
Yeah, because you get your movement plus your bonus action. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
bonus
is
action
Starlight.
or-
Wait, is Starlight Step part of your?
Starlight Step is a bonus action. I thought if I wanted
Okay.
to dash, I would have to use my action.
Yeah,
and
you
my
do.
move.
But is Starlight Step part of your movement? That's the question.
You can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you see. That would be in addition to my movement.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say that's an addition. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Go for it. You get another 60 feet.
All right, I already moved 10. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I'll race you to the exit.
All right.
Everything is a competition now.
Hey, Jade.
Everything all alone.
Jade, do you feel alone?
Yes, very. No problem, guys. I got this. I'll yell at Gunner. Let's
No.
go.
Hold on. It ain't your turn.
What? Oh,
Is it-
no.
He goes
No.
before you.
You dicks.
He's going to attack you. 14.
Oh.
He misses with his first one.
Oh, my God. No, you got to admit, he has to miss.
Missed with his second one.
Oh, my gosh. Phew. I can't afford any hits. All right. Gunner, let's go. Now. And I will turn around and run.
Okay.
I got 30 and then my dash.
Okay. What's Gunner's movement?
Gunners, oh, I was just looking it up. I think it is, it doesn't have it on my main screen. Hang on real quick.
I just want to point out that was the first one to run, and I'm the last one to run.
It is true.
Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
40 feet. He's got 40 feet.
Okay. He does not get a dash. And he does get an opportunity attack. 18.
And I just yell out, "No! I'll get you back,
Oh.
buddy."
He
And he
takes
dies.
20 points of damage.
Yep, he's dead.
God damn you, Jane!
I didn't do it! I love you! You dick. Alright. He is never gonna like me at this rate.
You brought him into this battle.
Wow. If I was the first to run, it would have been different. Okay.
I
Quentin.
said to run.
I know!
Quentin.
Nobody listens.
I got 5
Okay.
feet after I get to the
Okay,
stairs.
the rest of you would get out the rest of the way. Okay. Hold on. As you all leave, you hear, and you like, even Marsland turns and looks, and you see this portal open up, and the creature steps out right to the base of the steps and looks up at you.
Run, my children. I will find you, but not now. Thank you for waking me.
And with that, he recedes into the darkness of the crypt.
It's the werefish 2.0.
All he did was make sure that Drasten's story continued. We could have just stopped the levers and it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Oh no, you just gave Drasten a whole nother arc to mess with.
No, my gosh.
Okay, hold on. I gotta switch some stuff around here. Thank you so much.
Come on, don't act like this wasn't set up.
Oh, it wasn't.
Bullshit! You put
All
levers
these levers.
in
Right.
the dungeon.
No. The running away wasn't set up.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So you're just booking it, and you're just barreling outside of the tomb, and you burst out into the sunlight, and you're kind of looking around, and as you look to the side, you just slam into a group of half orc and human and dragonborn. Hi! What are you all doing down there?
It's a mausoleum. We're paying our respects.
You don't own this. This
you
is
own it?
Caldera's. We work for Caldera. Of course we're
Well, that means you
supposed
don't
to
own it
be.
then.
We're supposed to work here.
So where were you when we came here to pay our respects earlier?
I had to
No one
take
was
a
here, so we
shite
walked
and
out.
get some lunch.
Well, there's no sign that said we couldn't.
Where's the
respect.
sign?
What sign?
I actually told them that there was a sign, but I could not find it anymore. I'm not sure it's here anymore.
Seriously.
Do you guys see a sign?
My apologies.
What happened to you down there? What did you see?
I tripped and fell down the stairs a couple times.
And I fell going up, and I got blood just rolling all over my body. And I fell going up the stairs.
It's very dark down there.
And I
This
think you're
might
gonna fall again.
Under Caldera's jurisdiction, but she does not own the cemetery. She does not own the mausoleums.
As district manager of the Ash Point Cemetery, she owns whatever she says she owns.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
I'm pretty sure you don't know how it works around here at all. Haven't seen you around here.
Didn't know I needed to make myself known.
You will when you enter into private property.
Where does
Again,
it say this is private property?
There's no private property sign.
One of
I'm gonna
the
lean against the wall and just sit down.
one of the humans from the back comes out. Actually, I brought a few more signs because they keep disappearing for some reason, and sets up. And Marsland says, I told you that there was a sign here, and there's one that it looked just like this one. It was here.
Marsland,
That's the
He
first
just
one.
put
you
that
need
there.
to stop.
So what I hear is you have a problem with people stealing signs, and how can we be blamed if you guys didn't have a sign here before we got here to show this wasn't private property?
There was definitely a sign here.
Well, clearly there's not if you had to put a new one.
I think I will be telling Caldera about this little intrusion.
That's fine. We need to talk to her anyways.
That's fine.
It's a really
Fair
nice
enough.
sarcophagus down there. You should go check it out.
Yeah, you should enjoy the jail cells of this place.
Unfortunately, I show the mark of the academy. This gives us the right to investigate. The
Academy has no jurisdiction here.
I'm sure all the district managers fall under one main rule.
Gonna go see the queen, are you?
If that is what we must do.
Chuck these lads out. Say they're gonna go see the queen. Tell you what. You make my hand shiny and we'll forget this ever happened.
I'll cast light on his hand.
You asked for it.
While handy, especially
you
down
only
there.
said make your hand shiny. You didn't specify. Our deal is done here, and I'm just gonna start walking away.
All right.
I think he's looking for gold.
He only specified shiny.
And I'll reach in and I'll grab a gold and I'll throw it at him weakly.
How much?
5.
You only have 2?
Hey, how much to hold on? How much gold do I have? I
You
got,
should-
Spent it all.
no, I got 1 for that mysteriously appeared, and it has a bear on the front. So I have 1,
Oh.
and then I have 20 silver. Thank you very much. So I'm just throwing like a
Just-
gold and
he
20
just
silver at
emptied
him,
his pockets.
and I'm just like, just take it. Now leave me alone.
You all are broke.
Why do you think we are working for Drusilla?
Roll a deception. You gotta get a deception there.
Why? It's not a lie.
Oh, you said Drusilla. I thought you said Caldera. Never mind.
Yeah, I said Drusilla. Technically, she did tell us to investigate.
Don't let us catch you around these parts. Stay out of the mausoleums.
Use invisibility next time. Gotcha.
Watch your step when you come down.
I start to head out.
Okay.
I'll hand him the stick with the mushroom on it. Take this.
Marsland comes up behind you, Bishop. Bishop, do you think that was a good idea to let them go down there when you know there's something down there that's quite awful?
Honestly, they are down there looking for what we found.
As you get a few paces out, you hear, "Oh my God!
Well, he found it.
I think we
I look
should
at-
move faster.
I look at Marsland. Do you not think that what's her name?
Koldara.
Caldara was not going to find that.
I believe she might have been looking for something different, but we just willingly sent people to their doom.
They could have ran.
They could have read the sign.
I feel kind of bad inside.
I'm not saying that what we did was right, but the fact
You think I can get my money back?
Oz, I do believe if you try that, you might end up with the same fate.
Yeah.
she is messing in things that didn't belong to her. Unfortunately, we released the evil before she could.
I feel
I am
like
not-
that's going to come back to get us at some point.
Did you want to stay and fight?
Sometimes it's better just to run away.
Exactly. I don't think that was a battle we could win. How do you humanoids use the phrase? It is a turd. The shiny part of the turd is apparently we took items that it needed.
I don't believe that is how that goes. But I understand your point.
Maybe he will not be as strong as he could be. And we already know he is a Shadowspark. And obviously, there are two more.
Quentin, by the look of that creature, would you think that it would be safer to maybe not sleep in our home tonight and maybe sleep at the temple?
I mean, I don't think it's going to bother us at the house. It didn't seem like it was going to come back for us immediately. And I'm pretty sure it could get in at the temple just as easily as our house.
We are moving while we're talking, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe we should sleep with one eye open tonight.
We should
Yeah.
be doing that anyway.
Because knowing that, don't we actually live in a home from the Shadowsparks?
We do. Maybe we need to do a reevaluation of what could be in that basement.
I'm going to sleep somewhere, and I don't care where it is.
I need some definitely sleep. I'm hurting pretty bad.
Well, I don't feel 100% either, but where should we go next?
What time is it?
I would say waning into dusk at this point.
Well, we should go back to the house and get some sleep.
If we go to the house, I mean, it's nothing for us to have somebody keep watch. If that helps
And
anybody.
I do suggest we speak with Drusilla in the morning.
Yes, I love speaking to Drusilla, so any opportunity I have to go to the academy and learn more information and get access to more books, I think is the right
Priorities, Marslin. Priorities.
It's always a priority to have knowledge. Knowledge is the most important thing, and to record that knowledge.
Just worried about what we released down there that has nothing to do with books.
I worry about a lot of things.
I just keep walking. All
right, so you guys are heading back to the house.
Slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marslin walks up next to you, Gwenton. Gwenton, if you would like me to, I need to find out what these things are that we, I'm ashamed to say, stole from Athan.
AFK for a second.
Okay.
If you'd like me to see if anything comes up about that mace, I'd be happy to add that to the my investigations.
Well, that'd be very much appreciated. And also, tomorrow morning, I will cast a couple of wards along the house property to help against undead creatures for entering the house. Does that make you feel safer?
That is quite reassuring.
Once we get back to the house, though, I would like to properly use Prayer of Healing this time to get everyone some help before the night. Because why not?
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
Everybody heals for 24 hit points.
Wow, nice. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I needed that.
20 what?
24. It's not much, but at least it'll help for the healing kits tonight.
Thank you. I'll walk a little bit sturdier. That was almost the end of me.
How much was that? 20?
24.
24. Fair enough. So you're back at the home. Marslin sits down and start scribing a circle around. Make sure here. Yeah, he can cast that as a ritual. So 10 minutes per one. So he spends 30 minutes identifying these things. Quentin, here is your mace that you requested.
Oh, can we say I put the potion, that red one that I got, that's more volume than the regular healing potion, but it was unidentified.
Okay. Yep.
Kind of throws it in the circle. It's like, here.
You see him tiptoe, kind of kick it in.
This is a strange mace, actually. It was made for a cleric of Lathander. Are you familiar with Lathander?
Do I remember who Lathander is?
You give me a knowledge check.
Okay. Before I roll, bets on less than 10.
Religion.
Yeah, it would be religion. Yep. Fair enough.
Yeah. Before I roll, bets on less than 10.
5.
Dang!
18. Man.
You do know who Lathander is.
Yeah.
A good deity.
No, it's a good deity. That's all I know.
I don't have it up.
Okay, I can look it up real quick.
Yeah.
I'll just say yes, I am familiar with Lathander.
Well, you see, when you command, this mace will glow like a torch. You don't have to cast your light spell on it. And while it is glowing, it does seems to do more damage to things of the undead nature, is what I'm picking up.
Well, it would be convenient to have had
Several hours ago, yes.
Yeah. I'm glad we got out of there, though.
So
I'm gonna look towards the door, the front door. I'm like, I think he's gonna find us.
So add Lightbringer to your inventory.
Ooh, it's even got a name.
It does.
Ooh.
This ring here, I believe if we would have made better choices, which... Bishop, don't you believe we could make better choices on a regular? It seems like we don't make the best choices.
I would agree. Some of us are more rash than others.
Look at Oz.
This is a ring of water walking. Oz, I believe if you would have used this, you could have prevented yourself from scurrying across the water that was causing you problems earlier.
We were supposed to go south before north.
I'll just keep this in my pack.
I was perfectly fine with walking across it. It was quite invigorating.
I heard it was a shocking experience.
You are clever tonight, aren't you?
Ha, 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 ha. I made a joke again.
You did. It was a very clever one.
And this here is... It's quite interesting. You can see it looks like the inner workings of a watch, but it doesn't tick. It's clockwork. It's a clockwork amulet. Quite interesting.
May
So,
I have
it's a clock.
a chance to look at it?
Yes. So he hands it to you. It seems like those. What's that? Oh,
Somebody's got something going on in the background.
Yep. It seems like using this would be beneficial to those who are a bit more combat oriented. And Bishop,
What
right now, just
does it do?
So when you make an attack roll while wearing the amulet, you can forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the die. Once used, this property can't be used again until the next dawn.
That's kind of rough.
So it's like a once
A day.
a day, could be guaranteed hit depending on what your bonus is. So, Bishop, add Clockwork Amulet to your inventory.
Okay.
And gosh dang it, James. And this vial here is, it's quite easy. You should have known this. This is a greater healing potion.
There's a lot of things I should know.
How was your studies in school? Were you good at it?
Oh, I was fantastic if I was asleep on the books.
I fear that books are better for reading than they are for sleeping.
Depends how tired you are.
I'm never too tired to read a good book.
I used
Or
many
to
of
draw.
books for pillows during my instruction.
Well, that is everything, and I myself have become quite tired.
I think we all benefit from getting a good night's sleep tonight.
Do we know who that creature was? Clearly a Shadowspark.
Ethan, I believe, was on the
Ethan.
coffin.
You are correct.
I usually am. Ha, 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 ha.
You are until you're not.
I made another joke.
I'll get up and walk around and hand it to everybody. This is our share of the money, and I just sent that to you guys into the chat. 84 gold. Everybody share. Hand them silver and copper.
I thank you for dividing that, Jade.
Now, Oz, you have more money to give away.
I did very restrictive having so much money on me.
And with that, I'm gonna go find a room to sleep.
Okay.
I will take the first watch.
All right. What are the rest of
I
you doing?
suggest everyone stay on the first floor in case something happens. Easier to get out.
That is where my room is anyways, so I will retire to my books. I have some things to record from today's exciting activities.
And maybe next time, don't be so informative and informational with people we don't know.
Have you not heard knowledge is power?
Not when the people are hostile towards us.
Oh, no one would be hostile towards me. Everyone likes me.
That
Whatever
undead creature was.
creature once was very hostile, and you told him more than you needed to.
Well, we did happen to take his things. I was just
You don't
answering
know
him
that.
honestly.
There was more than one body in that mausoleum.
I will reflect on your information. And he walks back to his room.
It seems like every time you yell, Oz, something happens. Have you not noticed this in the past?
Of course. I've noticed it. However, There's nothing I can really do about it. This is convenient. It will be much harder to find.
I am just speaking of observation, since we have been in each other's presence.
I like it. I like the feeling of when it takes over. However, sometimes there are drawbacks. Like this. And I'll look down.
Again, at least you have another appearance. Those looking for Oz, this
We'll never
is a good cover.
think to find Helga. That is true. Especially because they were recently looking around Kandor's keep. Good.
I take it you will be relieving me after your meditation.
Yes, I will. I don't require much rest. However, I do need some. Well, I'll see you in a few hours.
Jade,
Well,
Quentin.
I'm going to.
Gwendon went to bed.
Oh, did he already?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you're good.
Bishop, I'm sorry I pulled Jade out, but I just felt that it was necessary. I've been holding off. But
Have we taken care of that situation?
Which
I
one?
stepped away for a minute. Oh yeah, Gunnar died. Okay.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you were gone. So I'm sorry. But
I understand your use for him. We just have to be smarter when it comes to being in the city or in towns.
I totally understand, and that's why I summoned him, because we were not technically in the city, and I did not want to see any of us die. So I felt we needed all the help we could get. So
I understand your reasoning, as long as you understand mine.
I do, and every time I go to summon him, I think about what you said and try to make the best decision. I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to go lay down and contact Gunner and explain again why he's dead. He's gonna hate me again. And I just turn around and mumble to myself as I'm walking away. I'll see you in the morning. And I'll go in the room and find a room and just curl up in the corner. And
Okay.
I'll reach out to Jade.
You mean
You're gonna,
Gunner?
you're gonna reach out to
Gunner,
yourself?
Yeah,
This isn't
I'm
that
gonna
kind
reach
of
out.
show.
I'm going to touch myself. And I'm going to reach out to Gunner.
Okay. What are you gonna say?
Buddy, I'm sorry that it happened to you. It was unexpected. I did not mean for that.
It's
to
always
happen.
unexpected.
Well, I know.
I
I
feel
didn't
like
think-
bubble gum under a bench.
I know. I feel really bad. Can you please forgive me?
No.
Why?
Why? Every time it's, hey, buddy. And then, here, stand here and die.
But the good thing is I can bring you back. I can bring you back to be with me.
How about this next time? You stand there and die, and then I'll try to bring you back.
Well, it doesn't work that way. If I die, you never come back. It doesn't work that way. But I hope to bring you back without being in the middle of a fight in a heated battle. But you did great. You did an awesome job protecting us and helping us out.
You make
I
a
fear
perfect distraction.
exactly.
That's me, the shield.
You are a great meat shield. Unfortunately, I imagine you don't have your satchel anymore of the gold. So
No.
no. So I will have to get you another satchel with a rope so I can give you some more. You earned it.
And let me guess, now you're in your room in town and I have to stay hidden.
Well, for a while, yes. I mean, you don't like dying. You come into town, what do you think they're going to do to you? And then you're going to blame me. So it's a moot point. You can't be in town.
Maybe they would like me and they would say, Enter Gunner, our miraculous hero who saves Jade from certain doom.
Well, at least one of us would think that. Don't think the rest of the people would appreciate that. And then you're going to die. Then you're going to be mad. And then hear it all over again. That's all my fault. So it's just probably best that you stay there.
Kinda is your fault.
A little, but not all.
You said, Hey Gunner, jump up there on this coffin and fight this smelly guy that's falling apart. And I did exactly what you said. And then you ran away.
We ran together. You just weren't as fast as I was. I apologize. I'm sorry. I still love you and I miss you. I'll bring you back as soon as I can.
Sure.
I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to try and get some rest and heal. Someday I'll make it up to you. With that, I will. With that, I will just go to sleep.
All right. Bishop, as you sit there and watch, are you doing anything? You just keeping watch?
Yeah, at this point, I'm just watching
Watching
the door.
Nothing happens. It's a quiet street, actually. This is the first time you guys have really spent time looking out. Not a lot of activity. Yeah, your watch is over.
I'm just waiting for Oz to come down.
Oh.
Thinking about this undead thing that almost took us out.
Well, it appears it's time for you to rest. Anything odd out there in the streets?
No, actually, it is quite quiet. This seems odd for it being a big city.
I am fine with that. I could do with a little quiet. No mysterious hooded features wandering around?
None that I saw.
Good. Good.
I am a little worried about the undead creature.
Whatever that was, I care not to trifle with it again.
Well, I know how you feel about battle. And running is definitely not what I've seen in your nature.
I nearly died.
I think it would have taken us all out.
Yeah. It didn't even have the fortitude to even contemplate getting angry. It was more, I'm about to die.
I do feel bad about sending those workers back down there. But as I told Marsland, unfortunately, if we hadn't done what we did, they probably would have stumbled and done it as well.
I understand. I'm just happy we made it out of our encounter with them unscathed.
And I hope you noticed, I had no problems killing those strange chests.
I did. I quite enjoyed watching the fervor you utilized down there. You pummeled that chest, whew, and you broke right through its mouth, right towards the back of the wall. That was amazing.
I won't say I enjoyed it, but it needed to be done.
You know, you can enjoy it. It's really okay.
I don't know if I agree with that. But I must go and power down.
Well, I'll see you in the morning.
So I get up from where I'm standing
Okay.
and I go to where the secret basement door is,
Mm-hmm.
and I just sit down there
Oh, okay.
since I don't have a room downstairs.
All right.
And go into rest mode.
All right, Oz, anything you want to do? We can't hear you if you're talking.
Just stare out and keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
Okay. You see a head-shaped silhouette with two glowing eyes appear in the window, and a hand comes up and starts waving.
Guys!
No. Quiet night. You see the morning sun break through the window into the home. You see kind of the dust floating around in the sunlight. It's another beautiful day, and you're ready to continue your adventures after your exciting encounter. But that will have to wait until next week. And that'll be it for tonight.
Yay.
That was fun. That was really good. Run!
Sit down into a mausoleum and hope you don't press all the levers.
It was all part of the story. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I think for those that are new to D&D, there is nothing wrong with running away.
There is not.
I think that's one thing that people don't do often enough. There are some situations that, while the party could have probably taken this creature out, after this being like their third fight, they were definitely wearing a bit thin, and with some of the trap damage and stuff. It was dumb luck that Jade made it out at all.
Dude.
It missed his AC by one.
I thought we were going to have a dead kitty.
It missed his AC by 1. His AC was 16. He rolled a 15, and y'all saw it because I was even rolling my dice on there. So, yeah. So
yeah, because ain't nobody coming back for a damn cat. That's for sure.
Nobody was coming back.
Nobody would have known.
So, yeah, Jade, you are 80 gold lighter.
I thought it was 30.
It says 80.
It
said 80 on your character sheet.
Okay.
So make sure to subtract that from your from your totals. And yeah, wait until I got more stuff to play with. So when you have someone like Oz that gives you a big open backstory to play with, and Bishop that gives me a big open backstory to play with, and Quentin who seals his up tighter than a jar of pickles, it leaves me with a lot of fun tools. So you don't want to miss next week. I guarantee it will be eventful.
Shopping episode.
It won't be a
This would be
shopping
the
episode.
episode where the undead take over Kandorski.
No, I think there'll be some fun stuff, be some good RP and that kind of stuff. So you don't want to miss next week.
Did somebody win the contest for the game?
No. So I was the only one that put in. I don't know if it was doing the messages. So we will do the giveaway in because just me that's entered. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that giveaway out. And we will do that giveaway in the Discord. So we will we'll let it be up all day, and whoever votes for it will roll a dice, and whatever the dice lands on, that's who gets the thing. So we'll do that in the Discord. We'll be around next week. Don't forget to watch Banter and Babble on Wednesday at 9. We will have a pre-show. I think we're going to be playing probably Demonologist, kind of a new spooky game. So we play in.
I actually caught it last week before Babble and Banter. I didn't realize your wife was all into that stuff, Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Well, who is that girl? Who's that woman talking? I'm like, I don't recognize. I was like, I do know that person.
Yes. So that was Phasmo. This is Demonologist. This is a new one. It actually, it just came out maybe a week and a half ago. It's a $15 game on Steam. Same premise, way better jump scares. For sure. It has got me more than a couple times.
It was when Laura and I tried the demo, I could hear her from her room. It was hysterical.
Yeah. There's some really, I tell you, me and Cuddles have been playing it. We probably put the most time into it, and we're still seeing new things after, I think, 30, 40 hours of playing or so, something like that. We still see new things that pop up. They've done a fantastic job, and the development is cranking out. They already said in 3 days there's going to be a new piece of equipment. They're changing some stuff, so they're doing a lot of good work on it, and the whole thing is done in Unreal 5. It's a gorgeous game. Mike, you're gonna like this one a lot more than the other one. This one is unforgiving. There's actually, it's one thing that's on their development path. There's no hiding spots, so it's just get away from the ghost. So
there you go.
But the uniqueness, because one of them will actually fall in love with one of the people hunting, and it will kill everyone else, but will not harm that person.
Oh, wow.
It's a really cool idea. And if other people are around that person, it gets pissed off. So they've added a lot of nice uniqueness. Now they do need a lot more maps, and they need to balance some of the XP and money and stuff. But a lot of you'll see it. Tune in Wednesday and check it out. It's good. And then don't forget to check out Half-Ass Beer Review for the beer of the week. The Enhanced Perception Black IPA. I can't remember, Mike. Did you get one of those? I thought I gave you.
Which one was it?
The Black IPA. I can't remember.
Doesn't sound familiar, but then again, I drink them so sporadically.
Right. Have you even had my homebrew yet? Is it still?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I've been doing the lines, so I haven't.
Thanks, Fanboy Tone. Thanks everybody for coming out. We're gonna send you over to our regular people who we're gonna be on break probably. Legends on Paper. It's just our thing. More D&D. We love to support those doing our thing. You can just do look, Tone, look, see, look at that. You don't need to shout out. It's there. There's a command for it. That's what we do around here. But thank you all for coming out. We always appreciate everybody's having a good time. And until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care.
The end is upon us. us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but I body like I'm playing lacrosse. Beat to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad, y'all must be the cast. I'm killing a master, villain, a blast, a disaster. Really a rap bastard, within the rap fast for the masses. I ravage all races and classes. Savage, I can't stop myself. Thinking of all the ways I can top myself. On God, I can move like a devil. I hope you and your squad are ready for the last level that ends here. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you